When I searched online, I found a great deal of interesting facts and information about the Philippine Church, celebrating its 500 years of Christianity. Yes, other than online searches, one can learn more about the vibrant Philippine Church and its faith journey. Hi, I'm JD Maher. Welcome to Shalom World's 500 YOC program, in partnership with the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines. In this series, we dive deep into the 500 years of Christianity, its roots, journey, and fruits in the world's third largest Catholic country, the Philippines.
Philippines, the third largest Catholic country after Brazil and Mexico. More than 90% of Filipinos are Christians. 80.6% are Catholics. The country is a cluster of more than 7,600 islands, a hospitable people with versatile culture and tradition. In the 16th century, explorer Ferdinand Magellan and his team of voyagers from Europe reached the island of Cebu to expand their spice trade. This has been marked as a milestone in the history of the country and its people. The Christian missionaries who accompanied Magellan on the Spanish ship spread the gospel in the Philippines.
Today, we bring you an episode on the priesthood and creative evangelization. Priests in the Catholic Church are not just ministers, but they are the lifeline of the Church. They are the living Christ in the present world. The Philippine Church history cannot be written without the heroic battles of many priests who have sacrificed their lives for the faith, who have lived lives to bring integral development to the community. Even when the demographics show that there is a decline in vocations around the world, the Catholic Church in the Philippines continuously nurtures vocations that contribute to different congregations around the world. Well, there's much more to hear about the priests in the Philippines, and for that, we have with us Father Joselin Gonda and Father Roy Bellen. First of all, Reverend Father Joselin Gonda.
Reverend Father Joselin Gonda is a priest for 36 years. He has worn different hats in the seminary as formator and spiritual director of St. Francis de Sales Seminary. He is the vocations director in the Archdiocese of Lipa, director of the CBCP Commission on the Clergy's Assist Program for the ongoing formation and renewal of priests. Father Joselin was the parish priest and rector of the parish and national shrine of St. Padre Pio for 10 years, from 2009 till 2019. He now serves as the parochial vicar of San Isidro Labrador Parish in Cuenca, Batangas.
And Reverend Father Roy Bellen.
Reverend Father Roy Bellen graduated with a degree in philosophy in year 2000. Following his graduation, he taught in several colleges. After a period of discernment, he entered the priesthood and served in the youth ministry while serving as an associate pastor in several parishes. In 2011, he was sent to Rome, where he took institutional communications at the Pontifical University of the Holy Cross. At present, he serves as the vice president of Radio Veritas 846 and TV Maria.
And affectionately known as Father Roy and Father Jojo, welcome to the both of you to 500 YOC. Great to see you.
Thank you for having us, JD, here.
Thank you for having us also here.
We're going to play a little verbal ping pong here with our first question. Let's talk about the effect that the clergy and the religious have had, not only in your local parish in the Philippines, but globally, that influence on the people, the flock, their spirituality, and the contribution that the clergy has to the people, to the laity. Father Roy.
Yeah, I would say the clergy makes the church really present. Where the clergy is, the Filipinos feel the church is there with them. Especially when Filipinos go out of the country, the first thing that they would do, they'd always look for a church. And of course, in the church, they'd find the priest. So no matter how far they are from home, they really find home always in the church.
And how about you, Father Jojo? How would you say that? What would you add?
I have noticed that clergy in the Philippines have been very, very active in bringing the people closer to God and bringing God to the people. That movement of bringing God to the people and bringing the people to God has been the work of priests, and it was done in the parishes and in every assignment that we were assigned. That when priests are working hard to be better priests and serving the people better and being good role models, there are so many young people who are following them, and more vocations are coming from the identity of good priests.
Yeah, and I would like also to add how people really get emboldened. They will get emboldened when they would see priests present in any activities. Like here in the Philippines, when we have social activities, no, even political activities, event maybe that not directly close to the church, but still related to the faith. When they see a priest there, they are emboldened, and they really feel the church is with them, God is with them, and they feel more brave to be able to speak out what is true, what is right, what is just. Especially here in the Philippines, when sometimes politics becomes a bit a bit confused or turbulent. So when they see priests speak about justice, about truth, they become also emboldened and they follow the lead of the priests.
And nowadays, it seems, Father Roy, we have to be creative. Priests are getting more creative to evangelize, to bring the gospel. And you have this wonderful program called Tastemony, where you're interviewing the influencers of the Philippines, you're interviewing celebrities, you're mixing food, the food of the culture, and interviewing at the same time and getting the testimony from these people. This is an amazing idea. This is very creative. How did this all get started?
Well, for one thing, we want to have a captured audience. No? So we're looking for a way for us to be able to enter the Filipino home. And you know, Filipinos we love eating. So we had the concept of that, feeding people both physically, bodily, and also spiritually with the testimonies that those would share about their experience of their faith, how they're able to inspire other people. So we're able to do like hitting two birds with one stone.
Well, I have to tell you, I mean, I have many Filipino friends here in the United States and California where I am, and lumpia and pancit. And I mean, when we get together, everything revolves around the table and the preparation. So, Father Roy, with those celebrities or influencers whom you have interviewed, what impact have you seen from them after the fact of being on your program?
Some of the celebrities we were able to interview here in our show, they were very thankful that finally they get to speak about their faith. They were here in testimony. They were openly able to talk about their love for Jesus, their love for the church. So they're very happy. We thought only priests want to talk about their faith or their religious. But honestly, I was surprised to see and to discover a lot of lay people who really want to testify and be witnesses to their faith.
And now moving forward, as we celebrate the 500th anniversary of Christianity in the Philippines, with your own program, what is your goal? What is your mission to bring that message together with food and this historical event?
This is part of our initiative to have this renewal, as how Pope Francis would tell it, this renewed evangelization. No? We want to package same old message of the gospel, the ancient, but now in a new packaging in a way, especially for the young people who, through the media, of which they are more familiar, more comfortable, they get to hear new things. In fact, they're surprised at how people are able to affect their lives with their faith. Faith and food, they can come together, and even other stories of people. So I like to say it's a renewed initiative to evangelize people.
All right, switch gears a little bit. We're going to direct this primarily to Father Jojo. Whom do you believe in the Philippines is really spiritual role models, leading the flock, setting the example that you believe is really inspiring the faithful to a more spiritual life?
I've been a priest for 36 years. And the most influential priest, bishop, cardinal to me is Cardinal Gaudencio Rosales. He was also in charge of the CBCP Commission on Clergy for a long while. And I was part of that commission. I think he spearheaded was having this ministry for priests, providing ongoing renewal and formation for priests. I was part of the assist program, so to say, in helping priests. And that was somehow very important because when you're helping priests, you're helping also the flock that you're serving. So that's the direction. And I found Cardinal Rosales as a very inspiring leader who really loved the priests and who wanted the priests to be better so that they will serve better. Because his principle is when the priests are good, the church, the clergy, the lay people, the flock will also be good.
Father Roy, what do you think? Where are the influences coming from in the Philippines?
From my end, I think one of the more prominent clergy or priest that I have met is Bishop Pabilio. No, very simple priest whose faith is really seen in his practical life. He would actually preach very good because he is a biblical scholar, especially being involved in the workings of society, in politics even, and how you're able to practice actually your faith. Here in Manila, priests are very much tempted to live in a way very materially. They are very dependent on material things. People would really be very generous to them. But he really showed how you can actually be a priest and very simple, even though these temptations are over. He's able to live a very simple lifestyle, and that is very inspiring and has a very strong impact both to religious and to the lay people as well.
Are you looking for life-changing entertainment? Does what you see on most channels leave you feeling unfulfilled? Well, look no further. Shalom World TV brings the peace and joy of Jesus Christ to you, whether at home or on the go. To start watching, you don't need antennas, cable connections, or a dish. You probably already have what you need if you have a smart TV, such as a Samsung, LG, or Panasonic, or if you have one with an Android, Opera, or Roku TV operating system. These can be found on the latest models of Sony, Toshiba, Vizio, Philips, RCA, Sharp Aquos, TCL, Insignia, Element, Hitachi, Vestal, Skyworth, Changhong, Konka, and Hisense. You can also watch Shalom TV on most IPTV streaming devices, starting with the 4th generation of Apple TV and Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Mi Box, Amino, Humax, or on TiVo Box through the Opera TV store. Are you a gamer or virtual reality enthusiast? We've got you covered. Shalom World is on Xbox One, Razer Forge, Nvidia Shield, and HoloLens. To start watching, all you have to do is go to the App Store, download Shalom World, and start being fulfilled by content that brings you into a deeper relationship with Jesus Christ. For more information on how to watch Shalom World on your TVs and devices, visit us at shalomworld.org/connectedtv. Have a smartphone or tablet? Take Shalom with you wherever you go. Again, by downloading Shalom World from the App Store. If you prefer to watch from your Mac or PC, get the Shalom World desktop app. Or you can always watch from our website, shalomworld.org. And guess what? Shalom World is absolutely free on all of these platforms. Yes, free. There are no download charges and no in-store app purchases required, ever. If you're looking for life-changing entertainment, you found it. It's here, waiting for you on your Shalom World.
Back to Father Jojo, the National Shrine of Santo Padre Pio is very near and dear to your heart, of course, and it's in Santo Tomas, the province of Batangas, and you were a big influence in the construction. I want to switch gears a little bit. What was your impetus? What was your reason? What was your movement to build that? And what was it like? Because you worked on that for many years.
I stayed at the National Shrine of St. Padre Pio for 10 years. And I started with practically nothing yet, no church yet in the beginning. So I started from scratch to start building the shrine. And I noticed that it was much easier to build a shrine, a church also for that matter, if you have so much people who are supporting you and who are devoted to the particular saint. even in many parishes, if there are so many devotees, so many people who are coming to the church, it's easier to build the church. Our concept of the church was to make it more Filipino. We want to build a church that is near to the heart of the Filipino. So our church was built with a Filipino design, which is also environment friendly, and it is open so that it can welcome more people to come in. Unlike most churches that are closed, basically rectangular and closed, our church has no doors and has no windows. It's open so that people can be welcome anytime. Because of the name, the person of Padre Pio, and because of the devotion of people, it's just amazing to witness the exponential number of people coming to the shrine because they start to know who Padre Pio is.
During World War II, my uncle was a combat troop in the army, and he met Padre Pio. And Padre Pio asked him for a ride back up to the monastery, San Giovanni Rotondo, and they invited the GIs to say for Mass. And for years after that, my Uncle Don always said he never attended a Mass unlike that Mass with Padre Pio. It had a profound effect on his entire life. So I asked you, Father Roy, what's your connection with this incredible saint, this incredible saintly man, and your devotion?
I would like to say that, the Philippines is a developing country and not everyone would have the funds for going to the doctor. So they would really rather choose to resort to their faith. And indeed, God would not disappoint them. That's what Father Jojo was saying. A lot of healing, a lot of blessings have been received to the intercession of Padre Pio. I was also part of that devotion when I was in Rome. We went there to be able to visit him and pray for a lot of people. And people really so thankful when I showed them a picture of me praying for them there at the tomb of Padre Pio. Only to say that people really believe so much in the blessings received through the intercession of Padre Pio.
And back in 2018, it was known throughout the world, but the relic of Santo Padre Pio's heart came to the Philippines. And what an amazing event that must have been. Father Jojo, let me ask you about that. Tell us about your experience of venerating the heart of Santo Padre Pio. What was that like?
That was probably one of the most amazing experiences I had as a person and as a priest. I was visiting San Giovanni Rotondo, where Padre Pio's body was there, for almost every year, sometimes twice a year. And then in planning for the celebration of the golden years of the stigmata of St. Padre Pio, we requested the Franciscans, the Capuchins there to let us bring the relic heart of Padre Pio to the Philippines. It was a tough task to be able to have the relic of the heart of Padre Pio to visit the Philippines. Before it visited, I was able to see it personally, and I was feeling so. You know that feeling. You have pimples. You have pimples everywhere. You're emotional. You feel the Spirit is with you when you are beside the heart. Maybe 2 years before we brought the heart to the Philippines. And then when we brought it, we went there, we got it, we brought it to the plane, we brought it to the Philippines. Just the thought that I was sitting beside the heart, it was already a very amazing experience. And then from the moment we arrived in the Philippines, that was October 6, 2018, you could imagine the volume of people who were coming to look, touch, and be close to the heart of Padre Pio. That was all my priest life. That was the most amazing experience that I have ever had.
Sure. And Father Roy, as we move into, of course, the 500th anniversary of the Year of Christianity, the celebration of the anniversary, and how do you see the devotion of Padre Pio with the faithful now as we move into this wonderful event, and bring the two together for us?
We saw people somehow, as I've said, jump-started. They were called back to the church. I saw the Manila Cathedral here in Manila when the relic was brought here. There was this non-stop flow of people, and it was sort of a preview for me how it should be for us as Catholics, how we should be able to once more renew the faith of people in the media. As priests, people are really thirsty and hungry for the Word of God, for the faith, and the relic of Padre Pio. It was that one of those things that really, I would say, nourished or made them full with faith once more. And they were made to remember they're Catholics and God is with them. God is always taking care of them, and God will always ready to make miracles for them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we want to thank you both. Thank you, Father Roy, Father Jojo. Join us again next week for more of the 500 YOC. Download the free Shalom World app to watch the series, get more updates on 500 years of celebrations in the Philippines, and many more amazing shows. Shalom.
We are blessed, we are loved, we are called, we are sent. We will teach, we will serve. We are Christ, we are
Problems, worries, sadness. Are you seeking solutions? Bible says, do not be anxious about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Choose faith over fear.